Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am planning out the entire month of May for my bullet journal. So this month's theme is outer space. I'm just starting off with the quote page here. "The darkest nights produce the brightest stars" by John Green. I thought it was very creative to incorporate black paper into this spread because, night sky, all dark and starry, and I do have a white gel pen that I was able to use. And this is the first time I've ever added paper to a bullet journal that actually looks good. Don't want to remember the first bullet journal with that gross brown crinkly paper. So this worked out really well. I asked my boyfriend actually to choose between outer space and ocean themed, and he picked outer space, and I let him pick because his birthday's in May. So you can thank him for the theme this month. I felt really inspired after looking on Pinterest, actually. Lots of people post pictures of their bullet journal spreads to Pinterest, or their images get uploaded. Either way, I was able to find some really cool spreads that other people had done and then kind of take them and make them my own. So you might notice some changes in this spread compared to my last ones. By the time you're watching this video, I will be done classes for the year. Or I guess for right now. I'm in university, so we end at the end of April, and I'm now done for summer, and then I'll be back in September for the fall. So since I don't have any school assignments left to do, I don't need that extra space in between the weeks in order to plan out school assignments because I don't have any. So like I said, there's some changes, so there's not those spaces there, and I decided to incorporate different shapes for the days of the week instead of just having very square or rectangular shapes for all of them, because I know that I won't have to put that much stuff into them. I don't have any assignments to do. The only things that I'd be putting in there are errands I need to run, any appointments that I have, and days that I'm working. So you will see at the end that I do have some events and work planned in there, but right now I'm just going through with a finer pen and just adding some of those extra details that I think really bring everything together. And you'll notice that I do kind of flip back and forth and skip over some parts, add to other parts, and it's because I wasn't 100% sure of all the details I wanted to do. Like I obviously drew out the center of this spread right here in just black, and then decided to cover it with the black paper and draw it in white. And I did the exact same thing with this astronaut here. So originally I was just gonna have that little drawing in the corner, but I had some leftover black paper, so I figured why not. And this was actually one of my favorite spreads just because I think it looks really cool that he's kind of like popping through the paper, I guess, and just the contrast between the black and the white and how they're still connected with that big cord that comes around. And I think it's a good addition that I have like 3 different pages out of my spreads that have some of the black paper with the white lines on it. I've got this one, the one with the astronaut, and then of course the quote page. So I really can't draw space themed things. Like my meteors and my moons look very similar, and none of my circles are quite perfect circles. So I'm just going through, I'm adding a whole bunch of different stars around. I felt like it's just a lot of blank space. And so I think it really tied it together, having all of those, and then also adding a little bit more definition to those stars in the constellations. So the color for this month is purple, as I'm going in and adding right now. I haven't used purple since I believe October of 2020, so it's nice to finally get back to it. It's one of my favorite colors personally. I just love how rich you can get, and then the shade range is really nice when you have red tones or blue tones in the purple, and it doesn't look kind of like gross and dusky like some colors can. And then for the mood tracker, instead of just doing like all light purple, dark purple, and whatnot, I actually did a different collection of colors, which is something that is new for this month as well. So now the hard part, I'm going in and coloring all the different planets. I tried to plan this ahead so that it looked relatively okay. I think some of them look a little funky, like that purple striped one definitely looks like a dinosaur egg, but it is what it is. I had to include Earth in there a couple times. And I wanted to use my pastel colored markers for this spread because I knew that I was going to have to write on top of all of those planets. And I didn't want the colors to kind of drown out the words because I might have to add my work schedule on there when they update my shifts and whatnot. So I did try and keep them pretty light. The dark pink gets a little bit dark there, but that's okay. So here's my final flip through. I hope you enjoyed watching me plan for the entire month of May and maybe even planned along with me. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I think that black paper really just ties it all together. Definitely one of my favorite spreads that I've done so far this year. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, a comment down below, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you all next week.